Hello, everyone. You're listening to Arcade Mode episode, I don't know. I'm Brad. Jacob's here. Josh is here. Andrea's here. Hello. Yeah, you can all say hi if you want.
She's the only one that said hello.
Okay, Jacob, say hi.
Hi.
Josh, say hi.
Make me.
Okay, good enough.
He's the rebel.
Yes, of all of us, Josh is the rebel.
So we're trying to...
Hey, I'm the only one that's been arrested.
We're trying to...
I am the rebel.
Oh, wait, this is very true.
He's got me there.
This is very true.
He's got me there. Let's start off with... We talk about Forza, because we were already talking about that. And we'll talk about Metro a little bit. And we'll see how long that takes. And if it takes too long, I'll cut it off. We'll start a new podcast. And if it doesn't, we'll keep going.
What are we starting with?
Forza. Let's talk about Forza.
Okay.
Hey, Andrea.
Forza Horizon.
No, Forza Horizon 4 is the one we're talking about.
Real quick, I just want to say,
okay,
I hate racing games. I played them all my life. But because this game is crossplay, it's immediately 10 out of 10. Like, until more games are crossplay, you automatically get 10 out of 10. You can be the worst game ever.
Because we have the problem of most of, like, Josh and Brad, which I looked at the wrong people when I said their names.
They didn't know that.
You know it now. You can imagine. Josh and Brad play on PC, whereas me and Andrea and literally everyone else are filthy console casuals. So it's really annoying that we can't play games together, because every time I get a PC, no matter what, it breaks.
Well,
Like, no matter what I do with it, it breaks.
To be fair, I did catch mine on fire and had to replace
That's
the
true.
part.
He did. But, so, I love games that are crossplay. I will never be happy until every game is crossplay so that we can all play together.
There we go. Andrea, say hi.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. I may or may not have been recording you in that last one. So it's okay. We just missed the intro. Maybe this will show up on someone else's mic. Thank you, Josh, for noticing that.
I doubt it, but okay.
But anyways, we were talking about Forza. Andrea had a story to tell.
Okay, so I got the Baja Bug because it's fucking cute, and I love it.
know what that is.
And I started trying to race with it, and, like, the handling is amazing. There was no drifting. There was nothing wrong with it, but it was slow as shit. So I had to increase the speed to be able to do anything in the game, to be able to get past, like, 8th place or do anything. And the second you make it faster, you can't drive it anymore.
Yeah,
it loses all of its handling because nothing can increase its handling more than it already has. At least not that I've seen.
Just put really big tires on it.
I did.
It already has.
That's kind of the point.
There's like one thing you can do to that Baja Bug to give it better handling, and I did it.
Well, see, the issue I have is I don't understand how cars work. And so, like...
I put the ones on there that make it go vroom.
Mm-hmm. I had a thing, yeah, and it made it go vroom.
No, I have...
Yeah, but it didn't really make it that much faster. And so I took it off, and it got rid of a lot of torque, but the top speed was still really easy to get. But suddenly, the difference between having that piece and not having that piece was being able to go around a turn and driving on ice in the middle of summer.
Okay,
so,
no, listen. So, I got this car. What was it called? It was like a 1950 something. Like, was it a BMW?
It was the BMW Isetta.
Okay,
it is.
This thing
the
is
cutest little
freaking
thing.
Adorable. It's like half the size of a smart car.
It's smaller than that. It literally has room for one person.
When I got it, and you know, when I got the thing, you know, I expected it to be crap. I just drove it, and I was driving it around. The top speed was like 45 miles an hour. I tried to do a couple of races in it. And it was just hilarious. I couldn't get over it.
Jesus.
Isn't that not the
it
cutest?
Is
Okay,
the
listen
cutest
to this.
thing. It can hold. I
made
the 3-wheel thing.
So like the game itself has
four.
like a no, it's got 4. It's got 2 wheels really close together in the back.
Okay.
I don't, but like
Whatever.
okay, so you know you can do in the game you can do like conversions on all the vehicles and you can make them like you know from front wheel or rear wheel to all wheel and everything. So I just completely I tricked this thing out. I put every upgrade that I could on this thing, and it's literally so fast that it can't handle it. It flies. Literally, it takes off the ground when I hit my top speed of now like 160, which is ridiculous for that little car because it'll go straight, but if you turn, it just goes off the road. I don't understand
it. Really does.
I tried like adjusting like downforce and putting, you know, wing on it and all that. No, it just flies. It's like a little airplane, and it just it go.
It is in no way aerodynamic.
I mean, it's like driving a little
It is
a little
It is
turd
in
that
no
just
way
wants to take off.
aerodynamic. Nothing about this like
No.
vehicle is designed to
And I
go
was
over
like,
55
I was
miles
so
an hour.
happy that this game let me make a car that you just can't drive. Like I just couldn't drive it. I was like, I can't handle this thing.
I have my complaint about Forza right now is that you can upgrade the frame of your car, the engine of your car, and one other third thing.
Suspension.
And those three things change all of the upgrades. They have their own upgrades.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But that option is at the end. So I've already
Yeah.
gone through and bought all these upgrades,
Yeah.
then change the engine. It's like, oh, you have to buy new upgrades for this engine. It's like, why is this option at the end? Put that first.
I want to know. That's the first thing I do is see what I can change it into. I was like,
Well,
I want to
see-
take this car and completely ruin the spirit of
That's
it.
what the Abaha bug. I didn't want to add a faster engine
Yeah.
because I wanted it to keep its handling, which its handling doesn't increase, so it stays at that same 6.4 that it was with the lower speed. So I was like, if I just don't use a new engine, maybe I can make it better without losing my, ability to corner, but I couldn't.
I wonder why. I wonder if there's a way to fix that.
I don't know.
Probably not. I don't know how my car's work.
I get my car-
I guarantee you there probably is if you have to go into the tuning to fix it, and I just don't know enough. I just don't know enough about it to change that.
I get my car, I go to find new tune, and I apply the one I think is the best, and then I drive the car.
But I don't do that
I don't do that.
because it doesn't let me pick my own rims when I do that.
And
Oh my God.
I don't care. I put it on there, then I spend 3 hours painting it and putting details on it. That's why my little Hot Wheel car has flames on it, because it fits, and I'm banging on the table.
I want my rims to look good, and I can't change those if I have someone else's tune. So I learned how to tune my car.
That is the least important part.
Yeah.
I know.
I always
But-
put the weird special color that's like the black rainbowy on my rims.
I have
every
Oh,
single
I
car.
love that one.
I have it's like a 70-something Bronco
Oh.
with that on it, and that thing is a monster. I hit like 240 in that thing.
I make my
There's
rims, like,
no
bright
way
red.
a car that shape should be able to hit that
I only
speed.
have one car
No
I know
way.
the name of, and
Really?
that's the Ford
And now he doesn't know the
Hornicorn.
name.
No,
Yeah,
that's what it's
Oh,
called.
the Hoonigan.
No, yeah, it's a Hoonigan. That's who
Yeah.
tuned
yeah, no,
it or
it's a
whatever in
Mustang,
real
but
life.
It's
Yeah,
not a Mustang.
yeah, but they,
I remember
yeah,
you
it's
showing
got a
me that thing.
nickname.
You
It's
see
really
that race
cool.
car I had?
Yeah,
That thing was crazy.
I don't remember what it was called.
I don't either, but
It's a RCX?
it was an
Something
RCX.
like that.
Okay, so anyway, the moral of the story is, if you have Game Pass,
That's true.
Yeah,
it's
Xbox Game
Oh,
Pass is
that's
amazing.
true.
quote
I
free unquote.
Don't have Game Pass.
On
Game
Game
Pass
Pass?
is
he's
is
playing
awesome.
on mine.
He
That's
has
okay.
Game Pass.
Andrea plays on mine.
Yeah,
Game share. Yay.
I wish that
Eventually,
would
they're
work
going to
with
fix
Anthem.
that.
Are they?
Probably.
No.
I mean, it's you
Probably
can only do
that-
it between two Xboxes, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a limit on the PC at the moment. Like, we haven't found one yet.
As long as you're family.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Because
mean,
it doesn't.
I don't see
it doesn't
them-
work because we don't
I
have
don't
the.
see them changing.
We
that,
don't have
though.
the home Xbox limitation on PC, so it's just like
They might fix it
Anyone
for
can play it.
PC, but I really
I mean,
hope they
I
don't fix
I
it
think
for
they would. I don't think
Xbox.
they would.
I mean,
'Cause,
they'll
like,
leave it at least one.
because
or two
what
people
does that
playing at
really
the same
hurt?
time.
You know, like
right
like-
now with the
like
three.
what happens
What are
is
the three
is-
games that PC can get with Game Pass? Like
Sea of Thieves isn't on Game Pass, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
It is. Okay, Sea of
I never
Thieves,
paid for
Forza
the game, I just
Horizon
got
4, and
there's one more. I don't know.
There's a
Something
lot.
we didn't
There's a
care
lot.
about.
I mean, I won't say a lot of them. There's a few of them. I think any.
No, there's a lot of
any
games
game
that-
made by Microsoft
No,
Studios
not yet.
or whatever.
Not yet. A lot of them
Or is
are
it supposed
on
to
Game
be that
Pass.
way?
There's a PC version, but it's not the play any. It's not play anywhere
Oh, it's
yet.
not the
So
Play.
it's not
Okay.
compatible yet.
Okay. I can't
Essentially.
wait till they get that up and running.
I know.
Yeah, it's gonna
Like
put.
that's the coolest.
It's. I think that's the next
So like,
point in gaming.
so there's
honestly.
a game, Crackdown 3, that's just been.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the new Spore. It's been coming out every year for the past like
Oh, I got you.
6 years, and it's like the whole gimmick is there's like fully destructible environments and everything, and they're literally Microsoft has been working on this game for years because they're developing cloud computing technology for the game, so that your Xbox doesn't have to handle the fully destructible.
Yeah,
Everything is destructible.
That makes sense.
And part of that is what's going into their new console, which is going to be basically a streaming console. Like they're going to have, your big thing that's like, oh, this is the great Xbox. It has all this, all these features and all this power. And then they're going to have the really cheap one that runs off cloud computing. So you can play the games for, cheaper thing with like basically less hardware in the console. And it's like it's a really cool thing.
Who's doing this?
Microsoft.
See,
and what that leads to, you reminded me of it because you were talking about the Xbox Play Anywhere, is their plan, or at least from what I've read, is to be able to like I pick my phone, it obviously would probably be a Windows phone, but like I pick up my phone or tablet, log on to my Microsoft account, and I'm playing Destiny or something right here on my phone because it's using cloud computing.
See, because that's what I think consoles need to get. Like, exclusive games don't generally sell consoles. They do a bit, but it also always comes down to what does that console have the other consoles don't have. And it's usually options, accessibility, and a UI that doesn't make me want to cry. Yeah. Like PlayStations.
I have never bought a PlayStation because of a game. Like they have a lot of exclusives. That's something that people are like swear by PlayStation for.
It's just
they have all these. Okay, well, I've never bought one. I don't care.
But they suck.
I really want to play Uncharted, but I'm not gonna buy
the only exception
$400
to that
console
might be
for it.
Halo. I actually have bought an Xbox for Halo.
That's what we bought the second Xbox so we could play Halo 5.
But I'm just gonna say that I would do that only because of the nostalgia value at the very least. Because I love Halo because I played it when I was a kid, and it's just got it's the same reason I bought a Nintendo Switch, just because of the name.
Okay,
because I like anything Nintendo.
Here's the question: what if the PlayStation whatever's next remastered Time Splitters 2 and it was an exclusive? Would you get it?
No.
Close. I mean, we didn't for Spyro. We're not gonna for.
It came out on PC.
Oh, yeah,
because
that's right.
It's happening. They're making a new Time Splitters.
Oh, are they?
I'm pretty sure. Because they've just been THQ Nordic's just been buying everybody.
Yeah, it's weird.
All the old studios are just rebuying them for whatever. Just because they bought the rights to Time Splitters. And THQ,
because nostalgia
I'm pretty
sells
sure,
right now.
Is not just a PlayStation thing.
I was gonna say something. Oh.
No, I didn't say it would be.
If they made a Halo Play Anywhere, I would be around.
The next one's going to be Halo Infinite is going to be.
There's gonna be so many angry people talking about the controllers and the mouse.
I know, but
I wonder how the online's gonna work. I wonder if it's gonna be like
PC versus.
And it makes me so upset that the pioneer of this is Fortnite.
I mean, you gotta. It's a hugely popular game.
If you don't multiplayer with people on a different console, you don't get people on a different console, generally. And so, like, even Rocket League, you can turn crossplay on or off when you play online. And if they would do that with PC, great.
I mean, that's all you have to do. Like, I don't.
And
if you implement crossplay, the only way to make people not complain about it is if you're going to complain about it, just turn it off.
Yeah.
Like
Rocket League
make it
is
optional.
different though.
Rocket League
you're playing
is
against PC people, if they don't have a controller, you're probably going to win.
That's true. Honestly.
Yeah.
And again,
a mouse is not a good.
No.
Good.
I mean,
it's possible, and I'm sure there's some people that are good. Anthem?
Huh?
I said Anthem.
The only time a mouse isn't good for Anthem is when you're swimming.
What about flying? I hate flying with the mouse.
There's an old saying.
I only tried it for a little bit, though.
There's an old gaming saying. The wise ones once said, "Get good."
You know what else they say?
Granted.
Your mother.
Does anybody remember, like, years ago?
No.
When, like,
Probably not.
anytime it said "get good," it was just like a picture of Cranky Kong from Donkey Kong.
No.
64. I don't understand why that got.
Oh,
why that was the
oh, you not know?
No.
When you beat that game, He's like, oh, I beat this whole game without getting any bananas in like less than an hour or something like that. He actually talks about how he beat the game faster.
Frankie's advice.
Yeah.
Get good.
Hold on, where's my phone? What's
this? This is what I used to see on Meme Base. On cheeseburger.com, Meme Base. It was back when,
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I never saw the whole get good thing until Dark Souls.
Yeah, I mean, this was what it was in
reference
to, I believe.
Get good scrub.
Donkey Kong 64.
Oh.
That was a good game.
I don't remember.
There was this weird. I think it like bankrupted the company that made it because they had to. It was basically, you know how like the N64 has that little expansion pack thing, the little red thing.
Yeah.
They gave that away for free with the game, and it was like a lot of money because I think they ended up making. I mean, this is like old stuff. I don't exactly know if my facts are straight here, but I think that they made the game and it was too powerful, and they had to have the expansion pack, and so they just gave it away with the game. They're like, here, take this really expensive piece of hardware with our game for free.
Yeah.
And it like really hurt them financially.
They revolutionized everything because it was the first 3D game, but it wasn't 3D because the console couldn't handle it. So
Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah, is it Donkey Kong Country?
That was just the original one.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they were the same one that made 64.
On the Super Nintendo.
No. Was it Country that was 3D?
Yeah. Yeah, it had like fully rendered 3D sprites.
Except
in a
they
2D
weren't.
environment. Except for they weren't. Yeah.
They fully rendered 3D sprites, and then took screenshots of them at different angles and used those as 2D sprites to put them in. It was really impressive, actually.
It's very impressive.
That's why it looks so weird.
Is that pointless though?
No, that's why it looks 3D, even though it's not.
Yeah, it made the game
so
look
it's
3D,
not.
Even though
it's not 3D, but it looks
even though the
3D.
SNES
I thought you meant it was the other way around.
This is all about Forza. In case you're wondering how this goes back.
This is how it goes.
Because in Donkey Kong Country, you could drive a minecart, and that's like a car.
That was like
if
the
you could drive
coolest
a
shit.
minecart in Forza, I 100% would do that.
You can drive the
Have you
Halo
seen it?
Warhog.
You can get the
That is
Warthog.
true.
850,000
I am
credits.
so freaking tempted to save up the money to buy that thing.
I mean,
it's not that hard,
enough,
actually.
It's not a great car.
It's so funny because before
Can
we
you
even
upgrade it?
Probably.
Before we even knew that,
Can
I
you
was
put a
playing
turret on it?
Probably
I just want to
no.
kill all the other drivers.
You're thinking of Grand Theft Auto. Man, if Grand Theft Auto 6 is crossplay, the world will change.
I just want Saints Row 5.
Ooh. I'm not interested. I want Grand Theft Auto 6 to be crossplay, so I can play with all these idiots.
But I was playing Forza and this song was playing. I was like, this song's really familiar, and I couldn't figure out what it was. It's
Yeah, were you listening to Timeless, the classical radio station?
Well, that was one of the races have the specific tracks for those races.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Was there
And
was
it
a
plays on-
Halo,
it was the
a
Halo
Halo
theme
theme song
was
on
the-
a race. It was the racetrack.
There's a thing
That
where
is-
you race the Warthog. There's a mission.
big
Showdown?
orange mission.
Is it Showdown?
Yeah, the red things. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
what
a
they're
Showdown.
called.
Yeah,
Sure.
the big
okay.
red things. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where you
Those
had to
are
race
fun.
that giant
I want,
fan boat.
there's only 6 of those.
Yeah.
I want more of those.
I beat that the first try.
I didn't.
Does
I
it have
failed.
DLC yet?
I don't think
Forza?
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got Fortune Island.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
right.
right.
Okay. How
Do we
much
get
is that
that with the Game
DLC?
Pass?
We should get that.
I don't think so.
We
We
I
should
don't
get
have
that.
Well, see, it's
See, now I want to go home and play Forza. I wanted to play
that bad.
76,
Forza,
but now
Forza
I want to
Horizon
play
is so
Forza.
much fun because it's multiplayer, and there's just something really satisfying about seeing your friend's name on a just nameless little car driving by, and you just ram it going 200
Speaking
miles
of
an hour.
Forza, we were going to say this earlier. You quoted PewDiePie earlier, and Alicia had just watched PewDiePie's Bitch Lasagna music video, and so my license
Bitch
plate is B Lasagna.
Is it? Mine says, if you look at it in the mirror, it says ass sex. Because it would not let me. It would not let. I tried so many different ways to get penis
What
in
the
there,
crap?
and it wouldn't work. But it's like it's like X E.
No,
So
it's
X3.
No,
it's
sorry,
X35.
X35, and then like
5.5A.
2. I don't know. It was really
Yeah,
it's
it's
stupid,
22A, I think.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
but it happened.
Yeah.
And if you look at it in a mirror, it says
Um,
ass sex.
There are no mirrors in the game, if you're wondering.
I was hoping that I could get it on like the front so that you could see it in your rear view mirror if you were in first person mode.
Yeah.
But you can't do that.
Mine's B Lasagna, and I'm so upset that you couldn't change your name to Garfield. So I don't even know what my name is.
Did y'all do the thing where it knows your name before
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
I was really concerned. It just kept calling me Jacob, and I was like, I didn't pick this name.
Well,
How do
when
you
it,
know
Joshua
what my
here
name
yet?
When
is?
it first said, "Is Jacob here?" I was like, "Oh, it's just a coincidence because Jacob's a fairly common name." And then it kept saying Jacob, and I was like, "All right, no, it totally knows your name."
Yeah.
How does
It's
it know
'cause
my
you're
name?
signed in.
How does
Yeah.
it know my name?
It's because you have your name in your
know.
Xbox. So if you changed your name on that,
It
but
looked
you
at
can.
how come Microsoft has the ability to look at my Microsoft account without
What
my
if your name was
permission?
something that they didn't have in the database?
I don't know. Well, I mean, you can
it?
actually change your name. Like
Yeah.
you can change what it is.
Yeah.
And-
Last time I
And
saw
does
it
it
was
still
Mario.
say it? Does it still say
Mario?
what your name is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll say
I
whatever
know
you
now
have
it's Hal
chosen.
because I think it's funny
yeah,
having
I
a
knew
computer
that.
call me Hal because Hal is the.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
I can't do that. Hal.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
I really should change it to Dave, just so it's like, at the nearest convenience, turn around, Dave.
Turn around.
I get that so
I
often.
feel so sorry for Anna, the little navigator.
Oh, yeah,
because she's
just-
like, turn around at the earliest
And then you're,
convenience.
like,
and I'm
driving
just,
through
I'm
the
just
forest.
barreling through, like dodging hay
It's like, I'm in
bales
the
and,
tundra.
like,
There's not room for
ramping
miles.
Ramping through
You are
trees.
now on a frozen lake.
I
Please
recorded
turn around
this
at
thing.
your
I
earliest
recorded this thing. It
convenience.
was so great. I was in that little car that's going way too fast to drive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I run, I hit something, I'm flipping through the air, and it says, "You have arrived at your destination." Like in midair, and I'm like, oh, that's
Okay.
great.
I showed Brad this, but I got a Forza edition buggy thing or whatever, like the
yeah.
super rare stuff.
Yep.
And I don't remember what I was doing, but I respawned. And then I just started driving, and it was towards the towards the Horizon event thing, like where the
Yeah,
stuff
The
is.
thing
The
where you get
fireworks.
sucked in and you
event.
can't come back.
What?
The Horizon event?
Oh,
Okay, anyways.
and I don't know why I was doing it, but I was just driving towards like the wall where all the cars are like parked or whatever, and you can't get into it.
Yeah.
And my game just like stopped, but I was still like driving, and then it loads, and I go and I drive through the weird orange fence thing, past the cars, and then just fall through the earth, and I'm just falling down, and like my speed's just going up, like 100, 200.
He showed me that video. He starts falling pretty fast.
And then I respawn, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
Well, this is new.
I wish I could see that. I love it when stuff breaks.
Have you guys done the Horizon live event things?
No.
Because
I've gotten a
I
couple.
thought I didn't know what they were.
Forza
They're cooperative
something?
events of different kinds. Like you'll go in and like it'll take you to a speed trap, and you all collectively have to have a high enough speed
Really?
trap. And then there's a
okay.
trick
Oh, that's
thing, and you're all
cool.
doing tricks, and you have to get you
I
all.
just hate-
Horizathon,
I
is
just
that what
hate
they're
the
called?
speed traps because every time I pass one, it tells me that Josh did better than me, and I spend like 30
I was
minutes
like,
on
I was
it.
like, oh, a speed trap! I'm gonna do it. And I go through it and I fly through it, and apparently no one else has because it's like 190 miles an hour, second place, 9.8 miles. Like, oh, I guess no one's found this one yet.
Like
someone just
every
cruised through.
every challenge I have on mine, you've done better, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
I
he
just have to
finally,
keep
fuck
doing
Josh,
it.
I
I've
need to
done
do better.
all the danger
he
zones until
finally
I got
beat
3
me
stars.
for personal best.
Oh yeah, my high skill thing or whatever,
Yeah,
740,000.
I saw that. How did you? Were you just driving through the
I just want
wilderness?
to point
Yeah,
out,
it's-
I made it to 900,000 and crashed.
No, my
Oh,
gosh.
no.
Screw
That
that.
would be so. That would be. So
I
painful.
now will not try to get a high score in anything that doesn't have the
The
extra
2-hit
life thing. Yeah. Oh,
I haven't bought that for
Because
anything yet.
for the longest time,
I have a
I
car
was in a
specific for
certain
that.
area that I kept getting high scores on,
Because you can farm wheel spins for days if you do the tricks.
and then I left that because I couldn't beat Brad. And I was like, screw it. And then I was just driving. It was actually when we were playing with you because I was so scared that you were going to come up and hit me, and I'd already crashed once. I was like, please don't hit me, Jacob. Please don't hit me. I'm
When
so high.
I actually saw you like running around, and it looked
Yeah,
like you were
okay,
doing
yeah.
it, so I was avoiding hitting you because I
Oh, God.
I would
times
I
have
would know the
changed.
pain. I would know the pain. I was like, I could tell he's trying to get a high score because he's just driving in circles through
Like,
this field,
I was-
crashing into all the barricades and the
I was
little
just
trees and
driving
stuff.
normal, and then I had like 80,000 times 7 or whatever, and I was like, holy crap, I need to keep going. So I just started doing stuff.
have you guys done rival modes yet?
No, I have not.
It's fun.
I suck, so I'm trying to get
She's
better
trying
to
to
rival
play the
modes.
game.
yeah.
Rival
I'm
modes
not-
is how you get better. Because you pick a race in rival mode, and you'll race against the worst person that's ever done that ever, and it's usually like 24 minutes on a 3-minute race. And then whatever you get, you'll race the next ghost that's just above you, and so you're constantly racing someone that's just slightly faster than you were.
That actually does sound
I assumed
interesting.
when I saw it that it was like gonna pick a person who was also
Yeah, I
trying
thought
to do
I could
it,
pick
and it was
Brad,
gonna,
and
and it
we
was
just
gonna
keep
go
fighting
like,
over and over.
Oh, hey, now you two are racing against each
No,
other.
you're
And,
just
you know, I'm
that's-
like super antisocial. And I'm like, other people, no, thank you.
Yeah, see, I was in a mood where I was just going to try to do social things like the Horizon Live event or the Rivals, and neither one of them ended up being social.
Forizathon, is that what it's called?
Yes. I
See,
think it is.
I'm still pretty
Forzathon?
terrible. The
Maybe it is
first like 3
Forzathon.
races I was doing,
Forzathon, if I
I was
had to
like,
guess.
why can I not turn? What is wrong with
Oh
this
my
stupid
God.
thing?
Oh, yeah.
And because when it was showing, it said it didn't say brake, it said reverse and e-brake, and I was like, well,
Oh,
where's the
yeah.
fucking brake? I'll just
She
do
didn't
this.
realize that the reverse was the brake.
I
So-
was
she was
pressing the
literally the whole time she was playing using
I was
the
just
e-brake
like
to turn.
drifting curves,
I
trying
was
to like
pressing
get
the
through.
wrong
Why can I
button.
not turn?
Yeah, Brad pressed
I would
X.
drift into a
I was
wall.
pressing the
To,
wrong button for the
e-brake
e-brake for like
for
the
the
entire
longest
time.
I would just drift
So you
into
just
walls
crashed
like
into the walls.
I just
How
learned
can
to
I not
drift really
turn?
good.
All I do, so like I found that the only way I can, because you know, like when you're racing it always puts you with cars that are like, you know, like you're equal, so you're not ever faster than anybody really.
Yeah.
And so like the only way you can pass them is that if they're stupid enough to make a turn, I just ram the shit out of them. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Well, that's the
and then I just
interesting
keep
about
going, 'cause,
that's
like,
the interesting thing
'cause I
about the
put all
Rivals
my
mode.
cars on maximum launch power,
'Cause
so
there
I just
isn't other
ram them
people,
and then
it's
I
just
just
a
take
ghost.
off around the corner.
In the Rivals mode, not only there's people, there's just the ghost. If you hit a wall, it flags you. And I don't know if it subtracts from your time or not. It just shows that you hit a wall. And so if you're tied with someone hitting a wall and not, you get lower.
You actually have to get
Okay.
better.
In the Rivals mode. And the one I was doing on Winter, it was really interesting
smell
because
garlic now.
people were doing like just a ridiculous amount of speed in the straightaway, faster than my car could ever go. And I was still beating them because because I was doing the turns better because my car had better handling. And so I was beating them in the curves. And so it was just really interesting beating people in a different way than they're going.
That was one of the reasons why I loved just the base Baja Bug, was because it handled and cornered so well for its size and like wheelbase. You would expect it to just like flip as soon as you hit a curve, but because its top speed was so low, even going at its top speed, any curve that was thrown at me, I could handle.
You should drive my car.
It was so much fun. I loved it.
I have a Porsche SUV, so it's really fast and drives like garbage. Woo!
Yeah. So my new hobby in the game is to buy all the little tiny cars.
There's only 2 of them right now, though.
I'm gonna spend real money on that one.
I know.
The
I
three-wheeled
actually
one.
really
I
want
wanna
to get
see
that
what
one
I can
too.
make that thing go.
There's a
Might even go crazy,
literally,
give it 4
there's an
wheels.
achievement to get a certain time on a specific race in the 3-wheeled car.
Is there?
I don't know.
I could do it.
It comes
Not
up on
really,
my
probably.
Xbox
By
thing all the
flying
time.
over the whole track and
It's gonna.
just
I mean, really, like that car, like
hate
like
the
driving that
checkpoints.
stupid. Oh my god, I miss everyone.
I cheat.
Like you drive like right past it, and it's like you missed this checkpoint.
I
Here, let me
cheat.
just put
Josh
you
has seen
all
it.
the way back.
I will like intentionally go the inside and whip and like hit what would be the pole with the back of my car, and it still counts. Because you mentioned you were yelling at me for doing it the other day.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. Me and Zoe were playing, and you know the head-to-head things or whatever? It tells you to follow the road.
Jacob killed me every time I did those.
But we were in off-road cars, and I think it was winter anyways, and so it was this really curvy road, and instead of going on the road, she started driving on the roads, and I just drove up the mountain to the exit in like, I don't know, like 7 seconds. She's like, you cheated.
That's why we
It
need
let me do
checkpoints.
it. Yeah, I know, right?
It lets me do it. Why would I do it any other way?
I was going to say something. I done forgot. Oh,
I done
how
forgot.
The real testament of how good you are at this game. How many of the assists have you turned off?
Okay, so when I started playing, I turned everything off. I played with simulation damage. I turned off all
gosh, I don't do that.
Screw
simulation
that.
damage. Like this is how I was playing when we were racing initially. I turned everything up because that's how I played in Forza, just regular Forza Motorsport 5. I think I had 5.
I don't understand the naming
Did you go to
systems.
manual?
I go.
No, I do not turn on manual just because it's not fun having to hit all those buttons while I'm trying. Like,
how does the manual function work? Because
it's literally like X, or I think it's like X and Y is shift up and shift
up and down.
But then there's also like the button like you
paddles.
can have it with the clutch too, and you have to hit the
screw that.
clutch,
That's even worse.
shift up.
We should try to play Forza on Dad's thing. See if he'll let us do it.
I would love to do that.
He has it downloaded.
She was.
Because
I would love
he's on the
to
family
do that.
thing now.
I would love to be able to actually clutch in that game and do it properly. Like,
Well, she drives a manual because she hates herself.
I drive a manual because I love myself.
I don't drive a manual because
Your
I'm
cars
three
don't
against
even
one
have
right now.
manual anymore.
Yeah, they do.
No,
A lot of cars still do.
No, the newer cars that have like Dad's transmission.
Oh yeah,
the way the
variable
transmission works,
transmission.
manual's not even a thing.
Mine
Subaru
don't
still
even
has
shift.
Subaru still
I'm
have
just saying,
manuals.
Manual is inferior and is on the way out. Dad's car shifts up at the perfect time every
Nerdly
time.
Kingdom arcade mode.
Manuals.
They don't do it for
Manuals
efficiency.
are
It's more
fun.
fun. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
right.
She thinks it's more fun, but I have more fun just being able to drive because I hate driving.
If I have a manual, I can't text and drive at the same time.
So-
So,
Exactly.
So with my ADHD, it's really easy for me to zone out when I'm driving, like really, really
I do
easy. And if you zone out in a manual and you're in the wrong gear, you're just gonna start going. So it's got that like it helps me stay focused on the actual driving and not like.
Yeah, my car makes it sound anyway.
And that's why I don't like driving a manual, because if I zone out long enough, I just teleport from point A to point B. Suddenly I'm just home, and it's like, oh cool, I don't
your
remember
car
driving.
doesn't even have a key, and I don't like it.
Dude, sometimes I
Scares
forget
me.
that I'm not made of magic, and I can't unlock my car because I just my car just unlocks when I go up to it because I have my keys. And so sometimes I'll walk up, it's like, why won't my door open? I don't understand. And I was like, oh, I don't have my keys on me. I can't just do that whenever. I actually just still have to have my keys.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I just got
He doesn't have a key.
I don't have a key.
He's just got a fob.
yeah,
And the thing is just a turny without a hole.
yeah.
These are all technical terms.
Attorney without a hole.
My car has a button, and if it detects the key, it'll just unlock. I press the button on the car, and
Okay.
it's
I'm scared.
it's
I
sensitive.
know,
I don't know
right?
why I'm scared.
I don't
but I'm
like it.
scared.
It's sensitive
my
enough that you
stupid
can't-
battery is crap, and so I had to use his car to jump it off the other day.
My battery is crap too.
Well, yeah, but
my
yours
battery's
is a
great.
big-
My terminal's not.
No, both of my batteries are crap.
Well,
But it's sensitive enough that if I unlock the car, I can't unlock the car from the other side, even with the key on the one side of the car. Like,
but it has buttons.
yeah, I'm just saying. Like, but also if it's more than once I've lost my keys in my car, but it'll still start because the keys are in the car. So just hope no one steals it. Granted, they'd have to know how to start it because it's so messed up. But it's anti-theft.
I know.
Anti-theft
I'm glad it
devices
works.
by messing up my car. That works.
Like, I'll be honest, right
it's
now,
like
I don't
Mr.
even close
Bean.
my hood.
You just need to take the steering wheel with
I
you,
saw that.
Yeah, it's just pointless.
Brad.
Because if I...
So it's like Mr. Bean. You just need to take the steering wheel with you when you leave the car.
God damn
Have
it.
you seen
Yeah.
that?
No. Yes, I
Okay.
have.
He goes to a picnic and like he's preparing his picnic, and then it shows this little thug kid like breaking into his car. Oh my gosh, I hate this. And like he goes down and he's starting the car, and then he goes to grab and there's nothing there. Making it worse. And it shows Mr. Bean, and he pulls out the steering wheel out of the picnic basket to get something else, and then puts it back in.
I don't know what's wrong with your mic. You need to tighten this bit.
Back to playing.
How do you loosen
Itty bitty
this
fingers.
Back to
little starry
playing
bit.
Forza on that setup. I would
Yeah.
absolutely love to.
I mean, you can do it right now.
Yeah, you could ask him,
Yeah, he probably let
or
you.
at least play Grand.
He probably let you. He doesn't
Turismo.
like us.
I was about to say Grand Theft Auto with that would be a terrible idea.
Grand. Oh, I don't know.
Drive an apartment building
I
with the
love
actual
you
wheel.
walk. Grand Theft Auto is one of those
It's got
games.
it's got
Oh, it's got
controller
buttons
stuff on it.
doesn't
Grand Theft Auto is one of those games that proves that no type of controller is superior. Like when we play Grand Theft Auto on the PC, we
I
do
drive
everything
with
with the
the
keyboard and the
controller.
mouse, and the moment we get in the car, we pick up the controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really hard to fly helicopters on the mouse and keyboard.
Oh my god, I can't
Actually,
do it with the
it's
controller.
really, really hard to. What is it? The Hydra, the jet,
Oh yeah.
the jet that hovers.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I bought that. It's a jet that can hover.
Yeah, and it can shoot and all sorts of
Like
stuff.
you can you take off this way, like straight up, and then you You hit a button and it changes to
which
an airplane.
I didn't know what the button was.
I was just like, why am I flying this airplane like a helicopter?
I
It doesn't
found
go
one
fast.
randomly and was like, oh, cool, and I got in it, but I couldn't fly it. And so this guy came out of nowhere and killed me. And I was like, why'd you do that? I randomly found it. He goes, it was mine. And I was like, oh, my bad. And then we became friends. And he let me drive his spy car.
I missed that game. That game is so much
That
fun.
is the only game where I actually played with random people.
It's because it said I wish
Spider-Man.exe.
my own okay, fine. We're talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 now. My complaint with Grand Theft Auto 5, I think we already did this one of the other podcasts, but it's been 100 years, is there needs to be more stuff on the free play map to do.
And less hackers.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of getting teleported to the top of that freaking mountain.
Yeah.
And then just blown up.
It's so funny because there's like so many different types of hackers. You have some that are awful and some that are just screwing up the game in the way that just makes it more fun. Like that guy that was driving a building.
Yeah, that's what I said when we were talking about driving with the actual wheel. I was like, can you imagine driving an apartment building with the wheel?
I mean,
I didn't hear that.
see, that's a fun hacker.
He's like, look at me. I've
right
got it.
before
Look
I
at my
saw
car.
that, a DeLorean flew by me. So
Yeah,
I don't know if it was
think
the same guy or not.
I don't know. Those aren't in the game, are they?
No, not flying, definitely.
He flew behind a DeLorean so he could go pick up his apartment.
Yeah, it wasn't just like a DeLorean that was flying either. It was a Back to the Future DeLorean.
Yeah.
It had the recycling power thing on the back and everything.
He
I want the
went to the
train,
future
though.
of mobile homes.
That game was so great.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyways.
Anything else about Forza?
Let me think. Got off subject there.
I
We
love
don't always do
the
that.
whole season change thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't. Then that's a good thing. Like, it puts me out of my comfort zone.
I just put every car I have basically with winter tires that I can anyways.
Are winter tires detrimental and not winter?
No, not really. I think you can have better tires for street
okay,
racing.
so I'm pretty sure it only matters, other than the way it affects your like launch speed and stuff. I'm pretty sure it only matters if you actually play with simulation tire wear. Because like if you put drag tires on your car and you play in simulation, you will literally burn your tires out before you're done with the race because they just they're designed to just go. But when you're turning and drifting and all that stuff, it'll literally destroy your tires before you're finished with a race.
Yeah, what do you there's no like pit, is there?
No.
So what if you have that on?
You lose.
What the crap?
It's just like
Who would play with that?
If you hit a wall too hard, it literally breaks your engine, and you can go like 3 miles an hour the rest of the race. You just like
that's how I would go with every race because I always use
We're
the
gonna
walls
have to all
to turn.
race each other that way.
I mean, we could try. We could definitely try. It's difficult. Like I mean,
Good.
I won't say it's difficult.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
is
I
not
really-
difficult at all, unless you drive the way that all
I
of us
love it.
drive.
Yeah.
I don't drive that way.
I do.
Yeah,
I
you
use
were
the
just
walls
talking
as a
about it.
handicap way too much.
I try not to use the walls. I try to use the other cars. That way I can pass.
I
them.
also cheat because I don't turn the line off, and so
I keep the line on, but
keeps the
I'm
line on.
rarely ever
I
able
just
to
turn
stay
it
on
off.
my
I
lines.
only
like,
turn it
I
off
don't-
because
like-
it doesn't help me enough.
I turn off the
To
line to know when
not
to slow down.
To
Because
justify.
if I'm
See-
coming across a thing and I don't realize it's a hairpin turn, it's like bright red, like, oh, let's slow down a little bit, hairpin turn. I don't look at the map, I follow the line.
That's fine. That actually would help me. I feel like it would help me
yeah.
a lot because I get tired of looking at the map. 'Cause
I
I'm
know.
Like, I'm like driving.
It's
I'm looking
annoying.
at the map because even
Oh, see, I didn't even look at the map.
I'm just like
I have everything turned off but ABS and the simulation.
because what annoys
damage.
me so bad is you're looking at the thing looking at the map, and every time I look at the map, there's a car. Like, get rid
Yeah.
of the fucking traffic.
The only time
I don't need traffic. I don't need it to
Drive
feel
on
that
the right
realistic.
side of the road, American.
No, it doesn't matter. There's still cars
the
driving
only
that
time
way too.
the only time I've ever seen the traffic disappear is when you're doing like one of the the drift challenge. I didn't
love that
realize
they go
I
away.
didn't realize that it went
I
away. So
traffic.
I didn't realize that they went away. So when I was like doing it the first 3 fucking times, I would see the tractor appear and I was like, how do I stop this thing from showing up? I can't do anything with it here. And then I finally ran through it and I was like, it's not
Turn-
here.
It doesn't turn invisible till you're like
Yeah,
already on it,
right on it.
I don't think we've got anything else to add on this game.
It's fun. You should get it if you don't have it.
Or get Game Pass.
Or especially if you... Yeah, you should just get Game Pass anyway. If you
You
play...
can get Fable 2 and Fable 3. You
play-
might not
if you-
play Fable 2.
If you play on an Xbox, just get Game Pass.
I'm actually really amazed that we've gotten to the point where we're recommending Game Pass.
Well, it's good.
Yeah,
I
know.
got
Why
it
would
for
you not?
$1.
I just didn't expect it.
Good for the industry.
Is it?
Because I know
Good
that
for the
I know,
consumer. I don't know if it's good
that-
for the industry.
Well, I think it's good for the industry.
Not
because-
sponsored by Xbox Game Pass.
Because
But we
they
would
give
love
you,
to be.
Because they give you discounts.
Yeah.
And like the more like they give you discounts to buy the game.
Yeah,
for
that's
Game
true.
Pass. It's just
Yeah,
like
I'm not paying $100 for Forza Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, I don't want the game that much.
I mean, that's just because.
But then again,
because we're
if you
cheap.
play for like have Game Pass for half a year, you've basically already bought that game.
yeah.
I wonder
But
how
it's
that
just-
works.
It just feels better. It just feels better.
Well, you get to demo a lot of other games while you're playing the ones you like too. So,
That's true.
like,
We need more demos. Because if it had not been for the
That-
Anthem demo, I probably might not have.
that is something that needs to come back. Demos.
shareware.
Like,
Jeez, that's a whole
like,
different
like Nintendo still does it.
Yeah, they do.
And not
there's
like-
so many games with demos on the Switch store.
And not like, well, Anthem. I don't know about Anthem, but demos are like, oh, hey, the game's like a year away from release. Here's a demo that's not going to represent the game at all. Like, no, make a little demo after the game comes out and you've done some stuff and your business is slowed down where you're not constantly doing stuff. Make a little demo for me to play because if I haven't bought it yet, maybe that demo will change my mind.
Well, a lot of things have constant
Well, I mean-
updates now too. So,
a lot of like
not Mario Party though. It hasn't had one. Just random fact.
has what?
Hasn't had one update since it
Oh,
came
well.
out.
I mean, what is there to update besides?
More mini games. There's like 12 of them,
Oh.
or online.
I mean, they
There
might-
Yeah.
literally is 12 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But I mean, you can only complain about so much. I agree. I agree with Brad. They need to. I wish that more developers just released small little demos of their because like something that turns me off is because almost every game is like $60, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to spend $60
Well,
on
see,
a
that's-
game that I'm not gonna like. That's what I like about Game Pass is I just see this and say, hey, look, that's vaguely interesting. Download, and then
Yeah.
I just play it.
Like
And then if I don't like it, I uninstall it. I didn't buy
speaking,
for it.
this might be a segue into Metroid because the same people that made Metroid Prime made a game called Recore.
That's what I was trying to think of earlier.
Recore.
Oh yeah,
Is that for the Switch?
no, it might be, but
No,
it's
it is
on
the
Game
Xbox.
Pass.
It's on Game
Yeah,
Pass.
it's
I think
really
I actually
good.
downloaded that. Is it made by Retro Studios?
I have no
Is that what
idea.
they're called?
I just saw that it was made by the same people that did. There's a little bit of Metroidvania type stuff in it, but I don't like that anyways. But I like the game. It's pretty good. I also played Quantum Break, which is really cool, but you change characters, and I wasn't ready to do that, so I stopped playing it.
I was so committed, and I'm not ready to make a new
Well,
commitment.
you go between the good guy and the bad guy. Those are both in quotes because things get complicated.
Protagonist and the antagonist.
Mm.
The tagonists.
Yes, the antagonists.
We switched between the
The two
antagonists.
antagonists.
All right.
So yeah, in that segue, Metroid Prime 4
I
got,
know nothing about
we won't
any
even
of
get
this.
into that.
got wrecked.
We'll stop this, and we'll do another podcast because we're already at 45 minutes.
We have 45
Can you hear
minutes
my
of talking
eyelashes?
about
Forza and Donkey Kong.
other games.
Other games are good too.
We always end up talking about Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's
Make
because we
it
played for a
crossplay.
lot.
It's just so much fun.
Make it crossplay. Listen to us,
I
Rockstar.
think the only
Listen to
reason
this
they
small,
haven't is
obscure
because
podcast.
they still haven't been able to do anything about the PC hackers.
Yeah, that is an issue, and that probably is an issue down to like the core of the game itself. Like the next game they make, they probably have to do something about it.
You know,
just
it
let
might-
him hack
it
my
might-
Xbox.
Again, just the
It might
the
help if
ability
they
to turn it on and off would just be
Wouldn't put everything on the video card.
Yeah, it could be programmed a little bit better.
Anyways,
Yeah.
But they know that. I think they're going to fix it in the next one. I don't think Grand Theft Auto 5 was meant to get to the point that it got. Because it was the first one that had any real online capabilities.
Yeah.
Like the other ones I'm pretty sure did, but not nearly to the extent
I don't know about online. I think they had like really limited multiplayer modes where you like could get together with one of your friends and just be like,
Because
hey,
I haven't
let's do this little race on a motorcycle, but you have to ride on the back.
other than
That's how it was in San Andreas.
Other than
There's
the
motorcycles that you
tutorial,
can do
I
that.
haven't even done the story for Grand Theft Auto.
I haven't either.
So like
I did. because I had it before you guys did. So
Yeah.
I played
Yeah,
it.
but I'm
I mean, I
just
actually
saying
played it.
the online was that interesting. It needs to be worked on better. But it's too far gone to fix
There's
that
no
one.
way they
Grand
could-
Theft Auto 6. But anyways, let's wrap this up.
This has been Nerdly Kingdom Arcade Mode. Thank you for listening, and tune in next time to hear information on games that you've already played and we didn't say we were going to talk about.
Basically.
Except for Anthem, because we're going to do that.
If you want to leave us notes about how much you hate us, do it at nerdlykingdom@gmail.com. Put arcade mode in the subject. That way you know you're talking to us and not talking about how much you hate the other 3 people, which I am also part of. And there's probably more stuff, but I'm not going to go over each of our individual things because I haven't talked to anyone about that yet. So, woo, bye. How do I stop this?